It was a couple of days ago in Good News, which we do every morning at 7:20, that we featured a company called Senior Helpers. They came out #2 startup franchise in America. They're based in Charlotte. Entrepreneur Magazine so honored them. But when you think of Senior Helpers and you think of our parents and what their needs are as they're unable perhaps to function alone at home. Terry Dixon is with Senior Helpers. What is Senior Helpers?
Senior Helpers is a non-medical home care company. We provide companions and CNA caregivers who help folks in the home who need some assistance to be able to continue to live safely in their home.
What does CNA mean?
A certified nurse aide.
Okay. So you're essentially non-medical. And what does this cost me?
Well, most of the services are delivered on at an hourly rate that could range anywhere from, say, $16 to $20 per hour.
You know, Terry, when we think about aging parents or other relatives who need our help, it's such a difficult decision to make, especially if you haven't had the right conversations that we're all supposed to have. What's your advice for people who are just beginning to get into making these kinds of decisions?
Well, the first piece of advice would be to start early if you have the option to start early. So many times families have not had a discussion. It can be an uncomfortable topic to address for either the parents or the adult children. But the sooner that discussion begins to take place about questions, what are your thoughts, Mom or Dad, about what you want to do and what you want life to be like when you begin to slow down. And so start early would be the best piece of advice I could offer.
Do most people come out of pocket for the $16 to $20 an hour, or is there some coverage, perhaps maybe under the parents' coverage?
Their health insurance will rarely, if ever, cover this. However, long-term care insurance policies almost always cover home care. Most people tend to link long-term care insurance to facilities, but most of them are going to pay for home care as well. A lot of, I'd say most of the services are paid out of pocket, however. There is a veteran's benefit for a wartime veteran or his surviving spouse that will cover the cost of home care, and as long as other eligibility criteria are met.
Terry, I'm curious. It sounds like you're helping people stay in their homes. Is that why you're doing this? It's kind of rewarding when you think about it that way.
Staying in the home is something that a lot of folks highly value. When I say what I'm going to say, I'm not at all trying to be down on facilities, but most folks have heard about situations in facilities that they don't want to face themselves, and they prefer to stay home. They want to have control of their privacy. They want to be in the place that they've invested their life in.
If you're on that boat, Seniors Helpers is completely linked at WBT.com.